Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it seems like that everyone around you is thriving while you're left questioning your own blessings? I've been there too, and I can tell you I've been there more times than I care to admit. And it's like witnessing others effortlessly catch all the good things and all the breaks while you're struggling just to keep up with everything that's going on. But what if I told you there's a way to tap into those blessings? What if, as a Christian, we hold the key to unlocking them?
You're teaching me with my imperfections, reaching me when I run the other direction. I'm undone.
My job used to require me to fly weekly all over the country. And one day while I was sitting in an airport waiting for my next flight, the time that the scheduled departure was supposed to happen slowly passed. And then there, as I was sitting around talking to some other gentlemen that were on the same flight, we all began to compare our layover times for the next flight. And it was apparent that most of us would go from a comfortable layover and able to get to our flight to rushing to catch the next flight when we landed. Amazingly, we all ended up sitting with each other on the flight. And as we were waiting to push away from the gate, one last person had to board. It was evident that she would be sitting behind all of us because there was no other seats left. But she was carrying a toddler that was attached to a portable machine or machines and had tubes going in his nose and had a feeding tube. And she was carrying a plethora of other medical equipment. As she approached us, without hesitation, I, along with the three other guys, jumped up and offered to assist her. Her eyes filled with tears, and relief came over her as she buckled up and secured her little man. Two of the gentlemen then told her that if she needed anything during the flight, that any of us sitting around her would be more than happy to help her. You know, it was a quiet flight. It was uneventful. And when the flight landed, we landed about 30 minutes behind time. And the first thing I thought of in my mind when the wheels touched the ground is this is going to be really tight to make our next flights. Then I witnessed something that happened. It was just extraordinary. Suddenly, none of us were worried about making our next flight. We were concerned about ensuring that this mother, who was handling more than what we could even probably imagine, had the support that she needed to get off the plane. That mom was beaming that four guys were being so kind to her and getting her taken care of. As we got off the plane, the flight attendant told us that we needed to see to the gate attendant as we exited the jetway. The gate attendant told us to hurry up and get on this cart so we could make our next connection. To this day, I can't tell you why that cart was sitting there and waiting for us to get on our next flight. But I was the last one to get dropped off at my gate, and I know that we all made our connection. See, God had taken care of what that we'd given to this mom. He gave it back to us by us making all of our flights. You see, blessings aren't always big and flashy events. Sometimes they come in the small acts of kindness, like lending a hand or offering encouragement. It's in these everyday moments that we discover the true depth of God's love and favor. Take a look at what Jesus says in Luke 6:38. Give and you'll receive. Your gift will return to you in full, pressed down, shaken together to make room for more, running over, and poured into your lap. Now, I'm not trying to get off into the prosperity gospel, but I truly believe it's a reminder that when we are generous to other people and we're helpful, blessings come back to us. And then I thought about Proverbs 3:5-6, which says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all that you do, and He will show you which path to take. See, this verse tells us that to trust in God's plan and to follow His guidance. So here's the challenge for us this week. Instead of dwelling on what we lack or feeling jealous of others, let's focus on being kind and trusting God's plan. Let's look for chances to help others and to share encouragement, because when we do that, we're planting seeds that can grow into blessings for us and those around us. As we go through life, let's keep our eyes open for the ways God blesses us. Whether it's a small act of kindness that we do or a big moment of joy, we need to remember that God's love surrounds us every day. And as we share that love with others, we'll keep discovering the amazing blessings God has in store for us. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you back next Monday morning on Monday Mornings with Michael. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and be sure to hit that bell button so you'll get notifications every time we post new content.
I need you now.